What's going on, my Cardano friends? It's your friend Jack here, and in today's video we're going to be looking at 100x Cardano NFTs and some case studies on some successful projects, as well as one upcoming project that I think is going to outperform all the others for this month. With that being said, let's get right into it. But before we get into it, if you guys aren't already staking your ADA and you have some left over from not spending it all on NFTs, please consider doing so to earn passive ADA on your ADA with the Jack stake pool. Okay, so let's get into it. First things first, we're going to take a look at two projects, and these are going to be the case studies for today's video. They did well. Did they 100x? Not yet, but I think they could well be on their way to 100x, and especially so when you get in early on a mint. There's a lot of euphoria and a lot of people are flipping NFTs for 10 to 100x. Now, a lot of people are also selling NFTs below mint price, which to me is probably the worst thing you can do. Why would you sell an NFT below what you got it for? It doesn't make sense. So if you're one of those people, probably should stop doing that. It's not a winning battle in 99.9% of scenarios. So please consider not doing that if you are doing that. Now, what do I mean by 100x? And these projects that we're case studying, are they 100x's? Well, some of them are. There's going to be some lottery tickets in there. There always is, but it doesn't mean these are guaranteed 100x's, and nothing is guaranteed in NFT land. Hope you know that already. But let's take a look first at DJ Crypto Club, and then we'll take a look at Clumsy Ghost. These are two of the top projects in the past 24 hours trading on the aftermarket because they both recently had their sale. Now, DJ Crypto Club is pretty easy to spot coming and to see why it would be so popular. It's pretty simple. So they have 4,000 followers on Twitter. You can't really tell when they hit 4,000 followers. Their drop was yesterday. But you're going to see here, their count's been alive for a month and 3 days. So not all that much going on. And they're already at 4,000 followers after their drop, which was yesterday. With this being said, why was it obvious that if these are real followers, this drop would do well? Well, let me explain to you. So their website, first of all, and their art is very good. Brings attention, grabs your eye, and it's unique. I like it. Once again, it's a generative art collection for PFPs, profile pictures. It's going to do well if it has some following. But another note, only 2,500 to drop. You see here, 4,000 followers, 2,500 to drop. The supply is much less than the demand. So if everyone wants to mint 2 from their thing, you're fighting, right? You're fighting for it. If everyone on average wanted to mint 1.5 or 1, you are fighting to get 1. Now, that being said, if there's a lot of supply, like say 10,000, this follower count, I wouldn't be as convinced that it would sell out. Okay, 3,000, 4,000 followers for 10,000 project. I'm not convinced it'll sell out very quickly. And that is something you're probably going to want to look for if you are flipping NFTs for 100x. But that's not always the case. Bear with me here. I'm going to dive into this case study a bit more. There's a lot of things that come up along the way that matter more than just a quick flip, because quick flips are easy money. Yeah. You can sometimes spot them coming, get early in on a mint, but looking for projects that have long-term plans and you think are going to be here for a while and do innovative new things, that is also a key takeaway from getting these 100x gains. If you can hold a project for a long while, well, it brings out new things that weren't made apparent at the start of their project's initiative. That is good. Take example, Dead Pixels or whatever else. They announce a huge royalty thing. The price floor goes from 25 to 700 in 1 week. Then drops back down, of course, to 500. But you can see my point here. Projects that you have people that you believe in are also very important. And I wouldn't just go looking for quick flips because it's a lottery ticket. It's a lottery system most of the time. Obviously, if you mint one of these and they're all sold out in 4 minutes, which they did, it's easy to make a quick profit. But many people are doing this with other projects that don't have the demand to sell out, and they're trying to list below mint price, which at that point, you're just cheating yourself, and it's not really worth it. It doesn't really make sense. But yeah, this project just had more than enough demand for the limited supply of 2,500. They sold out in like 4 minutes, and they have other plans to airdrop the original holders. So not only are you paying ADA and you're getting one, but the original holders are getting free airdrops to every single one of them. So you pretty much get 2 NFTs for the price of one. Another really good method why people might want to buy more than one, because 1 turns into 2, 4 turns into 8, and so on and so forth. Now let's take another look at another project. 10,000 followers. This is a 10K project. There was 10,000 on mint release, and I want to talk about why they did so well on the aftermarket, or why I believe so. Everything in hindsight, though, is much easier to be said than done. But first off, let's take a look at their Twitter analytics. Their drop was on the 25th of October. This drop took around 6 hours to sell out, if I can read their tweets correctly. So it wasn't an instant sellout. It was not an instant sellout. But since their drop, their floor is up much, much more than their mint price, meaning there is quite a bit of demand for these guys. Do I think this will continue? I have no idea. But it's an example that the demand has been there, so the price floor stays above the mint price. Now, if the demand is not there, a lot of people try to panic and sell below mint price, and it's not a good, not a good feeling for the people who are trying to flip 100x when they're down, 2x or something like that. So this project has gained 1,000 followers after their mint. The days after their mint. Their mint was on the 25th, I believe, but leading up to the mint, you can see they had a lot of traction and people getting interested before. So I believe they had about 5,000 to 7,000 followers before their mint. Are these legitimate followers? I don't know. I believe they did a lot of giveaways to get people involved in their project, and they also had a lot of good graphics and community things that were engaging. So this is pretty key. Find projects that have engaging social media posts. Clumsy Ghost has been a great example for engaging and just getting people involved, getting people interested, getting people looking, and then also building up that demand. So that was really important. And I don't really think you could have predicted this. They were 40 ADA each, so it's quite hefty of a amount of ADA. But if you like something like this and you see they have growing demand, say you're following their Twitter and you see they're gaining 200 to 400 followers a day for the first week up to their mint. If you're checking on their Twitter and you're looking back in, you can then gauge, okay, there seems to be a growing demand for this project. Maybe I will mint a couple. If you're interested in making a profit, or if you're just interested in having them and, making your investment stay above the mint price, this seems like a great option. Okay, that's pretty much the Clumsy Ghosts and the DJ Crypto analysis or case study. In reality, it's really hard to tell before they mint, but you can have some pretty good tracking mechanisms, like following their Twitter account, seeing how much it's going up, and also seeing how well they are doing at promoting kind of a community interactable thing. So is it a video? Is it something that is cute, funny, or enjoyable? Or is their supply just really low and their demand is more than that supply? However, it's not always about supply and demand. There has been a lot of projects that take days, sometimes months to sell out. And these projects make a comeback with this simple announcement that they're doing something innovative and fun. Those projects are obviously harder to predict, but it is going to pay off for the people who are paying attention to the people who are doing big things in the space and who are, looking to do more than just the average drop. Those people will be paid most likely in their investment. Dead Pixels is a great example. I bought a lot of Dead Pixels early on and couldn't really predict what was going to go happen with Dead Pixels, but I knew the person who made it was a Plutus developer and they're a really good guy, and they're kind of my friend now. But there's things that you can see coming almost because these people are passionate and these people want to do cool things. If you can find that in a project, that's also a great indicator of the founders, if they're passionate, that the project will have longevity and do new crazy things that would inherently also boost the value of your investment. Now, time to show you guys the drop that I'm probably most excited about in the last while. And this is a Halloween theme drop. And once again, the demand is there. So this is the Yummy Universe Spoopy Hour drop. This is going to be a limited drop between the hours of 2 to 3. So sometime between those hours, the drop will start, and it'll be a limited time drop of up to 10,000 possible mints. Now, you need a Yummy to mint this, and obviously Yummies cost a lot of money right now. They cost, I believe, 350 ADA roughly, so many people probably not going to be able to get in this drop. But I figured because this is the only drop that I'm really focused on minting, I've been kind of slacking on the minting side of things. I haven't been paying too much attention to minting, but this is one of the drops that I have been paying attention to, and I believe the demand is not only here for this drop, but I believe all 10,000 are going to get sold within this time frame of however many minutes it may end up being. I believe the drop is going to get sold out this Friday because they're only 5 ADA a piece, and you get 2 ADA back. So pretty much 3 ADA for one of these unique spoopy PFPs, and it's Yummy based. And as you can see here, there is 22,000 followers on Yummy, and I believe there's also, if we check here, a lot of wallet holders. So we can see here 5,200 wallet holders, meaning 5,000 people can technically mint this, and there's only going to be 10,000 Yummy assets, or the spoopy ones. So this, I think, could be a very, very well received drop in terms of floor price. You can't even list less than 8 ADA on CNFT.io, and it's going to be a battle to get one of these because they're awesome, they're cute, and they're just fun. This is one of those drops that I think could be 100x for many people, especially with all of the euphoria and people trying to buy off the market before rarities are released and things like that. So keep in mind, if you're one of those people who buys off secondary, be careful. You don't know what you're getting, and it may be very hard after all the hype dies out around a drop like this to sell for what you bought it for if you're buying off the aftermarket. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm sorry if this disappointed you, the 100x opportunity being kind of a limited drop, but this is something that I've had my eyes on a lot. There are going to be other drops out there. Check out When CNFT that are pretty awesome, but you always got to do your own research. You got to kind of look into what I've mentioned in this video, then determine what drops you want to participate in. That's the best way I could go about it. This is the only drop I'll probably be participating in this week. I did pick up some of these zombie chains just for fun, but I believe they're going to be sold out by the time this video releases. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great freaking day. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.